So. Jetzt sind wir live. Kann man uns hören?
Ja, habt ihr überhaupt Audio irgendwo an oder so?
Ja.
Hi, kann man uns hören? Kann man sehen? So. Hello, Beckers. Finally, it took us some time, and we are back after 2 months of being in the production hell. And even now, it took us a little bit longer because you see we have a different setting over here. We're in a different location. We have moved to a production hall, and we have even created like a content studio for you in order to give you the next level content of iFactory. So what has happened? We have built up a new production line over the last weeks and months in order to deliver the Kickstarter backers from March onwards. What else happened? We moved to a different location where we have organized our production line, and of course we're working on the website, on improving the printer, on various stuff. And today my colleague and co-founder of iFactory, Martin, as well, dive into the technical stuff. Of course, we've been lucky over the last weeks and months. We did not have a corona case in our team. Of that can always change on a daily basis, and we hope that everybody's going to be happy on our side as well. We wish you to be happy and stay healthy over the next months. If there's going to be any corona case that can influence, of course, our team or the suppliers, or that can have delays if something like corona could happen, and we hope not. Today we're going to tell you what's new. We're going to tell you about the improvements on the technology. We're going to tell you about the software updates, and we're going to tell you about the hardware updates. So, going to the improvements on the printer, and I forward now to Martin.
We received so much feedback from all the backers that already got the printer before Christmas, and thank you all for that. This is really great for us. So we have the opportunity to improve the printer a lot, to improve a lot of parts. For example, we have a new belt tensioning system that is now working with 2 rods under the belt that are tensioned with a special part that we have, this part. So here you can now set the tension in different steps. We also have numbers that you can remember how tight you have tensioned your belt, and this makes the tensioning way easier, way better, and we have implemented it in our own print farm already, and it helps a lot with the printers.
What else do we have?
Yeah, we have new corners. We have new corners for the motor mounts to make the frame of the printer way more rigid. This is a big improvement to the printer. Has also it makes it much stiffer and much better. So we also have new packaging material.
So some of you, of course, wrote that the boxes still were kind of flying around, pieces were flying around in that, and we have now created our own polymer. How do you say it in English?
Yes, laser cut foam. So
laser cut foam.
We cut it ourselves, and now we have a supplier for this, and this will secure the parts way better, so they will arrive in much better conditions.
Yeah. What else do we have?
So we also improve the print quality on our print farm a lot. So now the printed parts look much better. For the Christmas backers, also we had a time limit, so we were on stress to finish all the parts. But now we took the time to perfectionize them all, and they are now way better looking and much better quality.
Maybe to give you an info, today we are not alone. We have a team behind us. That's why we don't have actually a laptop in front of us where we're reading your questions. We have actually people behind the stage. It's 4 of our colleagues who are as well collecting your questions, and we will shortly go into them, and they will actually forward us your questions.
And that also means we have a very good support team that is working night and day to answer all the support questions. There is a support ticket system that you can reach over our website.
Yes, it's called support@iFactory3D.com. And we will put more emphasis on the support and as well to grow the support team over the next couple of weeks and months, because for us, being in contact with you is very, very important. Being reachable is very important. And our goal is just to respond to each ticket within a very, very short time frame. So do we have questions?
For example, one question was, are you doing anything on the firmware?
Okay, thank you, Julian. Julian behind the stage. That goes to Martin.
Yes, there's a lot going on with the firmware. We had a lot of updates. We had a lot of updates for the Marlin firmware. It is now more stable. There were some features removed and some were improved. We had now the full printing width of the printer can be used. And we also now have the filament runout detection working. It's now connected directly to the Raspberry Pi that comes with the iFactory 1. So that is also now usable.
So another question was from Todd, what materials are the new printer parts are made of?
FG.
Okay.
All right, Martin. So as we are waiting for more questions to come in, what updates have we done on the software? Maybe you give our backers a short update on that.
We also had problems with the screen that is attached to the printer. There were a lot of reboots and the screen hanging up. That is now basically solved. And we also had problems with Wi-Fi connection, and we updated it to a newer version, and that should now also be more stable.
So there's another question from Alec. Will the Christmas backers get a copy of the items?
Of the updates?
Yes.
I think the laser cut parts, we said that they would get. So the improved laser cut parts, like the motor mounts and the tensioning system and stuff like this, that is what they will get.
Yes.
There's also a question, which features are getting removed? Are there any features that are getting removed? Or?
Do you know any?
On the software side, there have been adaptations, and we would have to, something was turned off, but we would have to forward it to our software engineer.
There's no plan to remove features at the moment. We are adding features.
There's also the question if we can show the new belt tensioning system.
Yeah, it's a matter of the camera. So
if you're going to put the printer in the middle, or I can just tilt the camera to the left or right if you want.
Yeah, let's give it a hand to one of our helpers, but it's going to be entire trying to move around.
Ich kann das von der Seite zeigen. Nie die andere Seite.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's switch.
So just give me a second. Now.
So here you can see the new tensioning system and the new mounts for the motor. So now it is way easier to tighten the belt that drives the rod to drive the belt. And now you have here these parts where the smooth 8mm rod fits in, and here you can set the tension by moving the rod. So the more it is on the outside, the more tension you have. And when you want less tension, you put it more on the inside.
More questions?
Someone asked if there is a firmware update for the already existing printers, because, for example, of the problem that the printer can't print on the whole belt, for example, on the whole belt.
There's an update. It's available on our website.
That you can print 28 centimeters in width. Hast du alle schon Hardware-Updates?
Nee. Super Sachen.
So let's go. If you don't have any questions now, let's go to the full hardware updates.
So there are even more updates to the printer. For example, in the power supply, we now use ferrules. So nothing is soldered, nothing is tinned, everything is crimped. So that is way better way of doing this. We had some units for the Christmas backers that had tinned wires. It's not a good way to do this. In the future, this will not happen anymore. We have pulleys with less teeth, so there's a higher gear ratio here, so you have more torque, so there is less probability of failure, of skipping steps, and that the belt does not move. That is very good. We have better T-nuts. Some people did not like the T-nuts that we used before. For us, they work quite well, but we listen to the feedback, and it's a minor upgrade, and they don't cost more. So some of the T-nuts will be replaced with better T-nuts, with the ball spring T-nuts type, and that should make the assembly of the printer way easier for a lot of people. And yeah, also some other. Yeah, there's a new DC power converter. We have new connectors here for the heated bed. That makes this more reliable and more secure. And these are all the upgrades that happen to the printer.
Are there more questions coming in?
For example, there was questions, what is the material of the motor mounts are made of on the upgraded printer?
So it's not acrylic, it is laser cut plastic, but what plastic exactly is a secret of us, because it's a special plastic that only we use and that is specially made for us.
The next question is, what's the status of printer guard at the moment?
Yes, printer guard is being trained. So what we are doing, we are producing errors on purpose in order to train printer guard. So we expect to release the beta version in April. And regarding printer guard, we as well doing tests with more cameras. For example, we are as well exploring, for example, the nozzle cam, but just to train to see what works better and so on and so on. Just to as well recommend you guys maybe what other methodology you can use. But the camera as we are using now, and that has already been shipped before, it will stay. just for the future that printer guard can work with various applications.
The next question is, are the power cables, for example, all still tinned or?
Not tinned. Not tinned anymore. That is not a good way to do that, and will not be tinned anymore.
The next question is, are the screws now long enough to assembly or not? Because we had problems with screws too short. So
it's also changed. Yeah. We had a look at all the screws, and they are changed.
So what else happened? Well, we have our own filament now. What does it mean? We work with one of the leading filament producers in Europe, and we have given our printers to them so that they took them some weeks in order to test various materials, in order to create slicer profiles for our own PET-G. So I wrote you can have any color as long as it's black or iFactory orange. And here you have them. And we already wrote to some of you, if you love to have them with your printer, it will be a separate package, because actually the packages don't have enough space for that. However, we give you special offers on delivery if you order, for example, three spools or even 6 spools, meaning like 3 kilogram or 6 kilogram. We give you a special discount on the delivery on them. So for the iFactory printer, you need quite a lot of filament, as you can do quite long prints. You can do serial production, as you can see here. We have people, a customer that printed for 5 days in a row, non-stop. And for example, at his farm, they use quite large filament spools with 8 kilogram. Myself, we have, and our engineering team, we have built up a farm in Netherlands with 3 of our printers of Becker from December, and his printers were working for days in a row as well. So think of actually going for a package deal on the filament, and you're going to be amazed, because we ourselves, of course, we're using various companies for the filament, and we are very, very happy that we invested the time and money in order to create our own filament adapted to the printer settings. Are there more questions coming in?
Yes, one guy asked, are there more than 1 kilogram spools or not?
At the moment, it's just 1 kilogram. Of course, you can have any amount, but they will always come as 1 kilogram. Because look, we're a startup. We're a startup, and we started like half a year ago, and we built up the company and the processes and the products step by step. And we're not there yet in order to offer you all sorts of colors or all sorts of filaments. So we offer you value step by step, and we test everything so that we can as well be sure that the filament you get is great.
The next question is, when will the shipping of the filament start?
The shipping actually can start already this month. It's just the question where, because we have some requests from US that actually the shipping alone would be more expensive for one spool than the price of the filament itself. So there are still some issues, especially regarding international delivery. However, if you go for a bundle deal, we can, especially for the US customers, outside the EU customers, we can give you special rates on that. And basically, from the end of the month, we can already start shipping.
Will we offer something like a discount for 100 kilograms or something?
Oh yeah, if you go for 100 kilogram, definitely yes.
The next question is, are there any updates for the slicer software? For example, will the Mac OS X version be released?
So feature-wise, there are no updates. At the moment, it works fine. You slice the files and they work. And the Mac OS version, it's still coming. Yeah.
Yes. More questions? All right, if there are no more questions, we are continuing. Because I wrote you, we have a secret topic as well to discuss today. As you can see here, I have a different printer. So it's orange. You can see it has some orange parts. But guess what? With the change is not only with the orange parts that actually look amazing. It's an amazing looking printer from various angles. It's like stunning. The changes come as some of you wrote us, hey guys, it would be great to have a direct drive. Hey guys, it would be great to have a special power supply unit. Hey guys, it would be great if, for example, the stepper motors would be, for example, from LDO, etc., or even having a volcano nozzle for faster printing, and more and more and more. So we listened to you, and we worked in the meantime on an upgrade kit. And that upgrade kit you can actually order now. It comes here. And Martin, please explain what changes have we done to the upgrade kit.
So for the upgrade kit, so for the upgrade kit, what we have? So we have a direct drive extruder. This is a BMG style extruder that is partly made from CNC'd aluminum and plastic. It has a gear ratio and it grips the filament from both sides. And it's like BMG style one, but as a direct drive, similar to a Hemera style extruder. So we tested this extruder. It fits the iFactory1 very well, and we had a very good print results with this. And we paired it with a volcano heat block and a volcano nozzle. So we have a special belt compatible nozzle that is a volcano nozzle. So with this nozzle, you are able to print much faster. So for example, if you put a 0.8 millimeter nozzle in this hot end, with the volcano, you can print up to 3 times faster. So because this is a full automatic printer and it's made for production and for farms, it makes a lot of sense to print faster, print more, and that's why we put a volcano on this hot end. And we also have power supplies. We now have a Meanwell power supply. So a lot of people asked for that, and there will be these nice high quality power supplies in every iFactory1 Plus. So we call it the Plus, or not? How do you call it, Arthur?
We call it the upgrade. It's an upgrade kit for the iFactory1, and it's definitely a plus that you can use for the iFactory1.
Okay. So every Kickstarter backer can get this upgrade. Under what conditions?
Yes, basically, you have the choice to get with your March delivery, March, April, when we're going to start shipping, to keep your backing for the iFactory1 as usual, or for just 199 net price, so excluding VAT, to get additionally the upgrade kit for the printer. The orange parts are not part of that, but we have made a special deal. The first 30 backers who are going to order, among them we're going to give a prize to 3 of them who will get exclusively the orange parts on the printer from us. Of course, everybody else can print them as well with our cool iFactory orange filament. So for only 199 net, just write us a Kickstarter on Kickstarter, just a message. Please just via Kickstarter write me the message, and my colleague will take your order there, and we will process it via PayPal or any other system that is convenient for you. So we actually work with the exclusive distributor in Europe, and we have basically brought his entire stock. He is totally sold out for the next month. It's a family-owned business in China that is actually producing them, and we have ordered his entire production for Europe until the end of March. So at the moment, we have this exclusive deal for you guys that you can order with us with your next with your delivery. Any questions?
One guy asked, what's inside the upgrade kit? What's the content of the upgrade kit itself?
Yeah, the upgrade means you get the direct drive plus the volcano hot end and the special nozzle, and you get the meanwhile power supply.
Yes.
And everything already installed. So
is there also the chance that the people can buy the nozzle itself without anything else?
I think in the future, of course, there will be replacement nozzles.
So to summarize, the upgrade kit you can have for 199 net excluding the VAT. For the first 30 orders, we're making a challenge for winning 3 orange iFactory1 printers, and you can make your order. Just send me a message on Kickstarter, and my colleague will process that in the next days. Please do it as soon as possible, as we have to prepare the deals and we have to put it into the timeline, etc., etc. Are any more questions coming? If not, we're gonna do this kind of a stream next month again. So hope you like this new format with the new setting. Please send us your comments and subscribe to our Instagram channel, where we regularly post cool stuff on Facebook. And of course, please check your Kickstarter for messages from us in the next days. Looking forward to see you and have messages from your side. If you have any questions after that, you can even drop them into the YouTube video below that, so we can check them and respond to them afterwards. Thank you. Bye-bye.